Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Reign After Show as we talk about the Season 3 finale. There's so much to talk about. Spiders in a jar. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We have a surprise for you. It might be good, it might not be bad. I don't know. We have JB Zimmerman returning. Hashtag
Royal Bros. It's good to be here.
And we have...
I wish I could find my shirt though. I have it. Thank you so much.
Do you not value what our fans give us?
I wear it all.
Yeah, I'm sick. I'm so sick, and I'm here, and I brought the shirts, and I remembered the book.
That's right. That is the voice of Keetin, Marchi, and the
guys.
book that was given to us by Samantha. And the note, I'm very impressed. The note is actually still here. So thank you very much.
I kept the note. I kept it all together.
Wow. I've heard so much about this book. So good to finally see it.
And that is the voice of Alina Vission.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, what a season finale! Lots of death, lots of. Oh my God, where to begin? Where to begin?
Oh my goodness!
Why don't we start with the Red Knights?
I hate them.
We thought it was over, but now they continue.
Yeah, they're never going away. And we thought it was gonna wrap up this week. Clearly not.
Well, it's weird because I felt like this episode they tried to kind of set up who the villains are gonna be next season, and the Red Knights are gonna continue. We have John Knox, who sucks, by the way.
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan. And Elizabeth obviously is still going to be somewhat of a villain too. I'm so sad, you guys.
I know, a lot.
People
Very
died,
emotional.
people left.
Yeah.
It was too much. I mean, I knew Bash was going because...
But he didn't die.
I know he didn't die, but Torrance Coombs, he booked another show that got picked up, a new pilot, and I'm very actually excited for the show because it sounds really cool. I think it's like a takeoff of Romeo and Juliet or something. I don't know. He's doing his thing with a historical drama. Love it.
Yes.
Love it, Torrance, but he won't have time for Reign anymore. So Bash is like, bye, I'm going to go become Nostradamus too.
Listen,
Right.
we're jumping ahead, but he said he's going to come back at the right moment. So season 5, boom, he's there.
And he's also, this is good too, because he's like, and if my show doesn't get picked up for a second season, hi Reign! Coming back for season 6.
Yep, don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, there's a lot of episodes in each season, so there's a chance that he could be back in season 4.
Yeah,
for,
he could come back
some
halfway,
cameos. Peppermint from time to time.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
But let's stick to the Red Knights.
I'm sorry, I went on a tangent.
I know. It's been a while since we last had you. JB, what do you think of these Red Knights?
Well, their face paint is on point. Well, I'm kind of surprised that Leif was able to infiltrate their whole thing so easily.
Yeah, Leif pulling the Legolas, coming out, boom, boom.
I mean, they are clearly not that organized on their members.
But they killed Leif in the end.
I don't think Leif is
They
dead.
stabbed him.
They stabbed him. We don't know
I
if
don't
he's
know.
dead.
No, but it wasn't Leif. It wasn't the Red Knights who killed Leif. It was that guy's people that killed Leif.
Right.
That guy who wants to marry Claude.
The geese.
Yeah.
The geese. The geese. Honk, honk. Yeah, it was him. It wasn't the Red Knights.
So the Red Knights are done. The Knights of the Geese.
The geese is the new
picking up-
baddie. He's a new baddie. But I don't think Leif is gonna die.
I hope not.
I don't know. We did kind of see that last breath kind of go out of him type of scenario. But I don't think Mr. Johnny Kelts has booked another show. I'm gonna look it up right now.
That's like her. Exactly. Let's see if they booked another show.
I can't imagine them sending him away. It's so sad though. Like I feel like all these like oldies but goodies are just gone, and they're all these newbies that are now taking over the show. And the only really original person or people we have is Catherine and Mary. Maybe they're just costing so much money because they're like keep like upping my salary that they can't afford all these other oldies. They got to just start killing them off. I don't know.
Maybe. Interesting.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of characters though. Aside from the big, I wish we still had Lola. Like that was pretty heartbreaking to lose her. But Narcisse is still around. I know he's not like a season 1 OG, but He's
But,
good
okay,
people.
what about Charles kind of stepping into his own after post Red Knights? That one was a big one, you know.
He was looking rough.
Yeah, he does not handle torture
No.
very well.
As
he was
do
being
most
tortured.
people, or do most people?
I mean, some people can handle that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people
Okay,
can.
as far as I know, Jonathan Keltz is not booked on another show right
Nice,
now.
nice.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, especially this season, I feel like there's a lot of similarities with Game of Thrones. And he just became like a Joffrey type of character, Charles, for me.
If only I watched Game of
I
Thrones,
know.
I would know what the hell that
You know
means.
what?
Same
Oh,
here.
Man, good God, you guys
I went
should
like this.
Oh, and the TV
should check
series.
it out. It's really
We'll
good.
get on that.
It's really good.
Just so people know, the TV series that Torrance is on now is called Still Star-Crossed, and it's a period drama that picks up where the famous story of Romeo and Juliet leaves off, charting the treachery, palace intrigue, and ill-fated romances of the Montagues and Capulets in the wake of that tragedy.
I told you, it's
That sounds
crossover.
good.
Yeah, that's probably where he learns the magic.
Oh, and my computer
That's the
died.
sweet
Well,
spot.
that's the last of that.
And back to Charles.
Well, yeah, no, I think he was just getting a little too cocky. I mean, at the end of the day, like he was. I mean, he got a little scared with like his power. Had to get like the sense knocked into him by Catherine, and then it just kind of went back to his head. And
So
then he
you
was
would
like,
say- you
if
would
I am
say-
gonna lead, then I'm gonna be this brat character.
So you would say she's justified? Because I mean, she was
I-
pretty
yeah,
harsh. Like,
no.
you got to grow up, kid. So you were
Yeah.
tortured. Big
I
deal.
loved it. It was a come
Yeah.
to Jesus moment.
Exactly.
It was Mama being like, "Boy, you know what just happened to you?
Yeah.
That was stupid. And this is because you did not talk to me about this first.
Right.
I have
Exactly.
experience. You do. You are a child. But now, if you want to lead, it's time to grow up and realize what your responsibility is and take it. But you also know you need to keep the people who are your family the closest. And Catherine's not one to be trusted, but I will say she will never let anything happen to her like loved ones, like unless it's like
unless
that's
it's by her own hand.
yeah,
Exactly.
Which
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, which
now
may
very well
happen.
could be.
Hashtag
May
Team
happen.
Catherine, I got my shirt on. She's still alive. Woo woot.
Well, it's a whole. I mean, you know, we've loved her much like Narcisse. They have a very fine balancing act of is she evil, is she not? And now when she tells Charles, like, listen, that is a representation over there that I have many sons, and just like that, we'll get another. We'll replace you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't just
He's
walk
not like
away.
Beyonce. He is not irreplaceable.
She's like to the left, to,
to
the left,
everything you own.
and
Bye.
a box to the left.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely other heirs that they could go to, but being born into that, like, you can't just walk away from that responsibility. Like, all of these characters we've seen sort of struggle with the weight of what they have to do, and it's not like they can just be like, I don't
They
really
can.
feel like.
They can,
There-
yeah.
You can.
There's been a
The
king
monarchy,
of England.
yeah. There have been many kings that have walked away.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I mean, in her, like
It's
in
rare.
her family, I mean, like,
Right.
they can't
Yeah.
have that. It.
But it's a
would-
huge disgrace. It's not like a job.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. It's not like, I don't want the promotion.
Like, I wanted to be a
It's
vet,
like,
but now I'm not going to be a vet.
Right, I get that.
yeah. It's not like joining the family biz. It's like, it's a huge thing. I mean, there's good and bad to being a king, and you can't just be like, I kind of, I tried it out for a while, it wasn't for
I don't
me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel bad for what happened to him, but it's like learn from your mistakes and like be better. But I don't
Also,
think
you
that
can't,
was.
you can't usurp Catherine. Like, she's gonna outsmart you.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
time.
every single time. And I think, I don't know, I just saw a change in him from the time he was tortured, before he was tortured to when he came back. It's just, he seems like a different character too, a little bit.
He
Are you
like
guys
went to
sensing
acting
that?
class and then like came back.
Ooh.
No, I thought he was great, but yeah, he like
Yeah.
went to acting class and they're like, actually, we want you to completely change.
Exactly. And I don't know, I feel like this whole new character he is playing is super, super bratty. You can tell now he's not as mature as I feel like he was before he got captured. Like, he could reason with him before, and now he's just like, I'm going to do it my way, which clearly, obviously, is not the best way. Bless you.
I'm sorry, guys.
Well, but also look at it this way: like all of this, the Red Knights, is a result of Catherine.
Right.
You know, well, granted Henry too, but Catherine is and so it's one of those things that
Just kill her, guys.
Kill who?
No,
It's about time.
I thought you were Team
Whoa.
Catherine.
I am Team Catherine, but
What's going on here?
Does it say Catherine on the back of your shirt?
no, I'm Team Catherine, but I'm just saying, if nobody's been able to kill her, so that's why
she's a boss.
she's a BAMF.
Yeah.
She is a BAMF.
Well,
You're right. You're right. Everything has come from Catherine. But,
So you can see,
she's
like,
still alive.
Charles has every right to be mad. Like, you are the sole reason.
And the coolest thing, though, is with Catherine de Medici, like, she lived so long. She outlived so many of her sons. And, like, it's incredible how many people hated her. But she still survived. She lived into a ripe old age and
How many
controlled
sons
so many people.
does she have?
She has
She
a
had
lot of
a
kids.
lot of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot
You
of
know what
children.
that
She just
means.
kept popping
Yeah,
up.
just
It's like, I'm going to make sure they
go.
all reign.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hence why, like, Mary was like, peace out. Like, because Mary, they weren't really friends in real life, and Mary was like, I'm out type of scenario.
Well, speaking of, so let's move over to Scotland. I thought, how poignant was it? Like, you've been taught by Catherine, the mercenary, the expedient, and you could see that very much in this episode. To go from like loving your son to like, hey, you know what? If you get killed, I won't mourn you. So that rang true of Catherine's sort of what would you call it? Her status.
But, this is the thing, though. Like, Mary learned a lot from Catherine, like survival from Catherine, I think, mainly.
Mm-hmm.
And as a female monarch, in any sense, and you have to, like, people don't fear queens. People underestimate women, and Catherine is somebody who has used everybody's underestimation of her back against them and for her own gain. And she's kind of taught Mary that and taught her that, hey, it's okay to do that because of like who you are and the responsibility you hold. And I'm glad that Mary's taking that, but Mary also, I think, has a little bit of a kinder heart than Catherine does. So Mary's, sometimes she makes
changing
mistakes.
now.
She
I don't
did
think it's
just
changing.
stab someone to death recently. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, that was the person who killed
Francis,
Francis, Team
yeah.
Royal, bro.
I
Dude, can I just
understand that
say,
she's justified. I'm just saying, like, she's come a long way. Like,
I
I feel like when Mary gets to like Catherine's age, I guess she'd be just as bad. Like,
Really?
she is. I mean, yeah, I think it just changes you. Like, to hold on to your seat for that long, like, you have to be.
Like, look at what she did tonight.
Ruthless, like-
she didn't kill the guy. He committed suicide, but
Right.
she gained by his suicide, as she says.
I mean, it's a political game. Like, you can't be in it for that long and not be like turn into this whole machine.
I don't think she'll turn as bad as Catherine. I do think she does learn from her clearly what she did with the priest. That came from Catherine.
Okay.
Knowing that she had to
Yeah.
do that, otherwise she could lose her kingdom.
Right.
People could revolt against her and all that. But I don't think she'll ever get as bad as Catherine.
No, because
Yeah, she
Elizabeth
may
is
not
the one that's as
threaten
bad
her
as
own
Catherine.
kids.
Yeah.
Elizabeth is the one that's
Yeah.
willing to kill her friends, to make and Mary is not. And
Right.
within history, we see who lasts.
Exactly.
Just really quick though, I have to give a shout out to all my Doctor Who fellow fans out there. Last week's episode, you all know who I'm talking about. We had a Doctor Who. There is a Doctor Who character who is
Crossover.
very special who was in it, and so I just want to give a shout out.
In Rain?
In Rain.
Okay, all right, we'll accept that. I was like, wait, why are we talking
Yeah,
about that?
No, the guy that Mary killed. He was a very important character in Doctor Who. I won't get into it too much.
He was a Whovian?
He's
What do you call him?
what? Well, no, he's not a Whovian. He was a very important character within the Doctor Who universe.
So he was a Whovian.
I don't know if he's a Whovian.
Is that what they call him?
No, that's what you
Systems
call.
detect that a host has wandered off the subject.
Keen's
Thank
fault.
you, thank you. I was trying to get in and get out, Phil, but no, you just
he had his finger on the button.
wanted
for
to
that.
hang out. Thank you,
Pretty good. I have not heard that one.
Yeah, that's a new one.
All right. So,
Meanwhile, back in Rain,
Back in Scotland, there were so many sound effects. Who knew?
Yeah.
obviously she's got a lot to deal with. She finally meets John Knox, and it's one thing one thing when you know you have an enemy, but like you're kind of conspiring in the shadows, and you don't like her and Elizabeth. They're before they even meet, if they ever meet in Rain, who knows? Whereas, like, now you have to, like, basically live across the hallway from John Knox every single day.
I hate him.
Yeah.
Why doesn't she just kill him?
I just was like, why doesn't she banish him or something?
Like, he's like the worst.
right.
He like killed
Yeah,
Lola.
he
Can't.
is the
He
worst.
explains
know.
exactly why she
Yeah.
can't.
Because he's the leader of pretty much the religious.
That would be shaking up the jar
Yeah.
with 2 spiders.
Too many spiders.
He's become who like Narcisse was at his worst. Like just, I mean,
But I liked to hate more Narcisse. John Knox just annoys me. And I'm just like, I just don't like you. Like Narcisse, and I'm heartbroken over Narcisse. Like his story arc
well
has been
now,
so great. I'm
now,
so heartbroken.
like we've
No,
come a long
but-
way.
no,
There was a time.
But even
there
when
was
we
a
hated
time.
Narcisse, we kind of liked Narcisse.
We
did.
There was like a
We've all
love
been
hate
there.
time.
That's
because
because he was so sexy.
But there
I
was,
told you
like,
there was a time. Don't
there
go
was
for
a,
Narcisse.
there was a time in the beginning where it was no love for Narcisse.
No, I thought we always thought it was sexy. I don't know.
I don't know who you're including we in this conversation.
Well, where's my girlfriend Nia? Where is she right now?
Listen, Alina thought he was sexy
yeah,
too.
yeah, you get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's sexy.
Yeah.
Even when he was at his worst.
I mean, Phil lectured me for a good 10 minutes one time as to why I shouldn't like Narcisse.
And then she was like, "Wait, but he did this, so he's good though, right?"
Yeah, he's done some pretty messed up stuff.
no, he's
He
yeah,
has,
he's messed
he
up.
has.
I still like Catherine. Even when she's done really messed up stuff.
She has.
She's
She
like a
has.
villain that you love to hate.
True story.
Yeah.
I'll
Those
agree.
are the
John
best
Knox,
villains though.
we
John
don't.
Knox just sucks.
Yeah, he doesn't
End
have
of
very
story. Yeah,
any redeeming
nothing
qualities.
redeeming about him.
Especially setting up Lola. He really sucks for
I
that.
hate him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because it's most times you get a love triangle. Right now we're getting a power triangle.
Sorry, I just thought of a prediction.
Okay,
Fire
I don't
away.
want well,
you'll forget.
You'll
it.
forget.
okay.
Yeah.
This is very true. So Phil, we were watching, and it was not PG-13 when Lathan, I almost said Greer, when Lathan Claude got engaged. They just, immediately
Consummated
it.
marriage.
And if Lath is dead, maybe Claude is pregnant. I don't know. Just saying.
Okay.
I don't think Lath is dead though. He didn't.
And
book-
I
he
don't
didn't
think
book
Claude
another
is
show.
pregnant. I don't think that was her first time. So
Now.
But
Now,
that's like
as
with the
good
guy
a
who
prediction as that was, where does
did
it
that
leave
come
with John Knox?
Yeah.
It just came out of nowhere. That's why I was gonna try to not do it, but like.
I love it.
All right. Very good. Very good.
Are we done with Johnny?
That could be good. That could be good.
Johnny
John Knox is
Knoxville?
not pregnant, if that's what you're asking.
He's not pregnant. He is the worst though.
But
He is the
he controls, right? Elizabeth wants to control the Protestants. He does control the Protestants. And then there's Mary versus Elizabeth now.
Well,
and
Mary's
he's just laughing
given-
his way to whatever end that this may
Mary's
be.
given some great speeches. She is.
She has.
You know what's
She's
interesting?
owning it.
she gives good speech.
Yeah.
For sure.
But ironically, as John Knox is kind of talking about it, like it's strange to watch a guy that's as sinister as him talk about democracy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, democracy
Yeah.
was supposed to be the thing that beat. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Because now we live, for us, we live in the United States, and so therefore, like, everything's all about democracy. Democracy's
Right.
the best, and like you're watching this.
Well, even like most monarchies these days are, it's just kind of a figurehead. It's not it doesn't control the country, and the country is more controlled by somewhat of a democratic
Right.
type government system. Not everywhere, but in like majority of the major countries out there. So yeah, that was weird. I completely agree. I like that you brought that up.
Yeah, it was also weird that he was selling democracy like to James as like you'd be the leader of
Right.
it. It's like
How did he
well,
figure
George
that?
Washington?
Yeah.
I mean,
thought
like
it was
granted, we have a
democracy.
president, but the whole like electing system.
Well, that was all
Exactly.
created by our founding fathers. Hamilton, hun. Listen. You'll learn a lot. And it's all rapping. It's great.
Fair enough.
They won a lot
I
of
still
Tonys.
can't get tickets.
It's fine. You can listen to it. It's great.
not
I'm
saying.
currently reading the biography it was based off of. Yeah, it's good.
Nice. Good
to
You'll
know.
learn a lot
Yeah.
about democracy. You will.
Yeah, I mean, you could also just read a history book too.
Yeah, that's the biography
This
is
is
the history
option
book,
two.
but yeah.
Oh,
What's
farewell.
next, guys? Look what happens when you put JB and I next to each other. It's
Don't
been a
blame
long
JB.
time.
Don't blame JB.
I'm just telling him to
All right,
get
listen.
in with like what's going
How
on in
about
pop
this?
culture.
We're-
Sure.
You know.
We're
Well,
Well, no, America didn't invent democracy. It's not like
The Greeks did.
That was a.
Right.
a
But
thing.
all right,
I thought
but
the
before we
Romans
fully
did.
get back, let me tell you guys about our great sponsor, because you know what? You can't make babies like Lath and Claude did on just any
I
mattress.
was like, what are
True.
you
Where
doing
are you going
right
with
now?
this?
I'm going to talk about a great mattress called the Casper Mattress. Now, there's a lot of amazing stuff to talk about the Casper Mattress, but because it's the world's hottest day in LA,
It's so hot.
Yeah,
I'm going
it
to talk
was-
to
it
you
was
about
toasty.
how
You guys-
awesome
Yeah.
it is.
People
It's been
Instagrammed
it
about
was
it.
Dante's
113
Inferno, yeah,
degrees.
it's
It was a
crazy.
joke.
Listen, sure you can crank up the AC all night and keep cool, but who wants to afford that? The Casper mattress, you know what? It just gets rid of heat. I can't.
Is that an actual thing? I did
Are
not
you
know
a
that.
hot? I'm a
Yeah.
hot sleeper.
You're like
I need to be
legit
cold.
selling
There is
that.
science that can explain this, but I'm not going
But
to.
you need to
It's
go
just-
listen to
Totally.
Hamilton.
It's just one word, Casper.
I'm taking your word for it.
Casper mattresses. They you know what? It's like the other side of a pillow. It's just
man.
that cool, right? And
Like the whole time.
the whole time.
The
need
flip
that.
side
I
of
need
the
that.
high
Oh
tech.
my god, where's that been on my list?
It's foam and latex, guaranteed to
Whoa.
make a cool and comfortable sleep all night. Getting
Where's
support.
my Casper mattress?
Well, guess what?
What?
I'm going to tell you, because you get to try it out for 100 nights free. And all you have to do is go to casper.com/afterbuzz and use the promo code AFTERBUZZTV. Now, you know, I know for a lot of our listeners, money can be a little bit tight at times, you know. Guess what? The reason why mattresses cost so damn much is because when you go to the showroom, there's so many people involved that they crank up the price. Casper, you order from the website, it's already cheap. A king-size mattress for $9.50. That's unheard of.
I'm not,
pretty
like,
good.
I've never really gone shopping for a mattress.
They're more
A mattress,
expensive.
like a
expensive.
twin-size
Yeah.
mattress, can run
Yeah.
you $2,000.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
Really?
Expensive as... I
Yeah.
won't even say the word.
Let's keep it PG.
But a king-size mattress for $9.50, and if you use the promo code AfterBuzzTV, you get $50 off your next purchase. So
Nice.
it's making a cheap mattress, not in the quality, and the price even cheaper. Crazy.
The
You don't need to be
savings.
King Charles to sleep on a king mattress.
There you go.
That's
I
for
dream
sure.
about sleeping on a king mat. It's like so big. Like you can't like my dog.
Can't
I would
fall
not
out.
even know it was in the bed with me.
Oh, but they, when you sleep with the dog, they'll sleep.
They have to be as close to you as
Exactly,
possible.
right
And you're
underneath
like, Come
you.
on.
And then it'll push you out.
Exactly.
Yeah, my
That's
dog
right.
is like half my size, and she still like pushes
Get
me
out,
to
get out,
the-
get
Right. Yeah.
All right, but back to Reign. Back to Reign, people. All right, anything else about John Knox?
He sucks.
Okay, excellent.
on.
Think
He
we
looks like he can make a mean drink though.
I really
Yeah,
He's
I
like a
want to know what
mixologist
was
back
he
there.
doing?
Like,
I
a
want
cinnamon
Narcisse
stick,
to kill
like-
him.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you
Avenge
this.
Lola.
Where do you think James is going to land in this? Because he tells him like, hey, listen, do all your things, but know whose side you're really on.
He
I
loves
think-
Mary.
I think
Yeah,
he's gonna
I think
he's gonna
sure.
tell Mary eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe not right away, but the that bloodline I feel like is pretty
Strong.
pretty do good at the end of the day.
Although he did have a smirk when he said you could be the leader.
True.
No,
Yeah,
but
I mean
he didn't want
it's
to
hard
be.
not
He was
to
trying to hold out for when Mary got back.
right.
He's not power hungry. He's just all about Scotland.
Well,
Yes,
maybe
I mean-
once he sees how Mary, it'll be interesting to see their relationship because he doesn't, they don't really know each other. And you guys have been saying Mary's going to go to these certain deaths. And, maybe he sees that and he's like, holy moly, this is not what I want to be a part of.
I can't wait to see Mary's next relationship blossom because she gets married again.
Yes, she does, and it's
She
going to
gets
be
married, I think,
interesting.
2 more times. I think.
Well, okay, so
Really?
let's talk
Wow.
about
That is
Gideon. That's a
once.
relationship in the moment on the show.
Oh, Gideon.
I don't know. That was a big surprise for me.
I was like,
yeah.
shocker, he's back.
Because we were just talking last week. We're like, where'd he go? Where is he? What's he doing?
Why is he not helping Lola?
Exactly. And now we know.
Yeah, he was not
Scotland,
helping Lola.
Scotland.
Yeah, at all.
No.
So he's doing his job, and he's doing it. He's always a very good tactician. But he manages to make the people stay for at least one day and whatnot. Do we think this is healthy for Mary?
God, no. But good for her because she's using it to her advantage and at least not getting too swept up in it that it's blinding her. She's using it for her own gain, and I think that's what she has to do.
Right.
And she's
Will
saying
Gideon
goodbye.
do what she wants him to
I
do?
don't know. Because
to
if she's
find out the
asking
secrets.
him to get close to Elizabeth, like as Elizabeth told him to get close to her, it's like then who do you think his allegiances are going to be? Like, he flip-flopped to you so quick. Do you think he's just going to flip-flop back as soon as he, Now Elizabeth, she's done with what's-his-face because he's married again.
Dudley.
So she's looking
he
for
didn't wait too long
a trusting
for the
advisor.
love
He
of his
didn't.
life.
I know, Dudley's the worst.
Whoa, dude, it's been like a couple
I gave up
months.
hope. It's like,
what?
yeah,
You're
right?
married? What happened? Like,
When did you find
yeah,
time?
when did you guys meet? Like, what?
Who is it?
On Bumble.
Yeah, seriously, just
Bumble, Tinder. I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried for Mary. I think she's gonna get hurt because of this. I think he's gonna be a double agent now.
I don't think he can get close to Elizabeth. I don't think he likes her like that. Like he likes.
No, he does.
Mary.
No, but he like that is like he is so for his queen. Even when
Right,
he
he's for
does
his
love
queen.
Mary, he's like, but Elizabeth is my queen. He said that multiple
Right.
times. So it's like, if Elizabeth lets him in, I think that's what he gets off on. He gets off on like these very powerful women trusting him, and like you see him when Mary gives speeches, when they show like his face of like, oh my god, like that's what gets him excited, and so it's like,
See, I think it's just from Mary. I don't
enough.
think. Yeah, I don't think it's Elizabeth. I don't think Elizabeth will have that same effect
he
on
likes
him.
powerful women.
Interesting.
well, I mean, to that end, then I feel like he would have an easy end with Elizabeth being, recently having a broken heart with this whole Dudley situation. She obviously had a bit of a talking to from Lola right before.
Yeah.
She just straight up.
Yeah, I mean,
Killed
she's
her.
just lonely. I mean, that's her weakness.
Yeah.
We've lost all of the original ladies in waiting. Like, who knows where
yeah.
Kenna is? We don't even
Yeah,
get.
what?
We don't even know what happened there.
Where did she
Floating
go?
Greer is like,
Is she
bye.
coming back?
Like, Lord Castleroy and I are gonna go like have my baby from the pirate. Bye. And then poor Aileen, she died in season 1. Ailey, and then who else are we missing? Who else died? Well, Lola died. Were there 4 of them originally?
Kenna, Greer. Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Kenna
I
and
think
Greer are
that's
just
it.
bye. I'm so sad, like, the whole, like, Lath and Greer thing kind of fizzled out. That's really depressing.
But at
What?
least
I
they
mean, it's
progressed
like-
it naturally. Like, it wasn't just,
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that Lath and Claude are a better match.
I think so too. You can tell. I don't know. There's just some sort of chemistry with them on screen together. Like I'm team Lath and Claude. Totally.
Let's hope
No,
he's
you're
alive.
not.
Let me ask you this: Bash, right? We kind of mentioned Bash before we fully get into England. He goes with the Druids, and I know Keaton's kind of saying that he's off the show and whatnot, but do we want him gone? Like, because he gave that impassioned speech about embers and wanting to fight for Mary.
I don't know. Bash's character's kind of got a little boring this season. He's finally getting interesting again, and now he's like, bye.
Well, yeah, he didn't have a lot to do just in this whole like Scotland side of things. But having said that, he's the last remaining royal bro, so I want to keep him around.
Well, now you got Charles.
He's awesome.
You got 2 more royal bros.
Charles is so.
Catherine keeps keeping the royal bros coming.
Yeah, seriously, she pumped him out. But I feel he's not a royal bro to me yet, at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, it was gonna be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what he learns on his pilgrimage, if you will.
I'm just glad he didn't
Yeah.
die off.
Well, no, I think it'd be cool if he learned like all of Nostradamus' skills and was able to,
Bash.
predict stuff maybe not as creepily as
I want him
Nos
to have
was.
like a slogan like, "Let me bash this."
You've been back.
You've been bashed. Yeah.
Interesting. I might adopt that. Pass it to life.
Bashed. I think they're sending him away, and they're like, okay, Bash, we'll see if your show gets picked up for another season, but we'll bring you back every once in a while.
Yeah.
They like him at CW. They're gonna keep him around as much as they can. They're
I
gonna
just
keep him
want
on a tight leash.
I want the whole mystery explained part of it. Like, I hope like on this pilgrimage, if we do get to see it at all, like just explain what this thing is. What is this power? What is this?
Yeah, the fantastical side.
This
I mean,
is-
he's always had some experience with it. I feel like he's the character that always like sees the.
But it ends up being like a
Shadows and the
Scooby-Doo
ghosts and
style,
the-
like, oh no, it's just the guy in a
Right.
mask.
Well, and this is the other thing. It's like I think it's so unnecessary. I think the show is so much more interesting with the politics and like the power plays and like the love stories. I don't need the magical mystical element of the show. I really don't. So like, and I feel like they keep trying to force it, and it just every time it falls flat.
Well, most of the time it ends up being like smoke and mirrors. Like,
Right.
Like you were
Well, the
saying,
Red Knights
but
was Kristoff, or like
Right.
the killer was Kristoff. It was like, oh, it's just again a guy.
Right.
There was that one chick that Bash hooked up with though. That was like.
Delphine.
Delphine, yeah.
She died, didn't she? Did
Yes.
Kristoff kill her?
after
Kristoff
putting
killed her.
Put some spells
Yes.
on him though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, he's been touched by magic.
He's
He's been bashed.
All right, let's
I think-
hashtag I can't even.
Oh,
That's what it says on the board.
Oh.
All right, let's move over to England. With this one, I can't. Lola.
I can't even. I can't even.
dude. I
didn't-
honestly did not think they would go that far.
They did.
Yeah, I didn't see that
They totally
coming,
did.
like,
It was
at all.
so sad.
Yeah.
I gotta see what show she got booked on, but my computer's dead.
Why is everyone always got to book another show to just be killed?
Why? Because why would you kill off Lola? She's like the best lady in waiting, and she's
Right.
like Francis's bastard
Because
son's mother.
because as
This isn't Game of Thrones. You don't just kill off all the favorite characters, Reign. You can't do that.
no because
They
it
did.
made it personal between Elizabeth and Mary.
Oh, it breaks.
That's
my
what
heart.
that it was.
Lola
What I
was, like,
liked
my
was it was very
favorite.
clearly explained in the show.
Right.
They did a great job with
Plus,
that.
I think it sets up a Narcisse with a great motive against Elizabeth for next season. Well, for now, that prisons don't keep Narcisse. That's a
Nothing can keep Narcisse.
true story. No, I mean he's gotten out of bigger jams than like whatever.
Listen, he got from Scotland to England in 0.2 seconds.
I know.
really
Like,
did.
what is the timeline of this show? Like, really, guys?
Right.
So
People are teleporting on this show.
He's got some fast horses and carriages.
And ships.
I was surprised that Lola didn't tell her or tell Narcisse her plan when they met in the forest.
that,
I was like,
that was
how-
also weird. That
Yeah.
she didn't. She was
Because
just
she
like,
knew
"Nah, I
he
got
would
this."
stop her. He wouldn't let her go.
Do you think
Right.
though? I feel like because he's done some pretty shady stuff.
exactly. Like he
he'd
would
be totally
advise
like,
her,
"Oh,
you
kill
know?
Elizabeth?
But he put
I
all
can
that
get down
to
with that.
well, and I think that's why she had decided she was doing this for Mary. It was a very hard decision for her to do, but she's like, if Mary really wants me to do this, I have to do this for her. She knew if she told Narcisse would either force her like from not doing it or talk her out of it, because that's what Narcisse is good at. So it was easier for her to just not tell him about it and be like, I'll see you in 2 days.
But here's the thing: give him a choice, because I think he'll be like, well, listen, this is the world's dumbest thing. But if I was gonna do it,
Right.
here's
'cause,
what
like,
I would do.
Okay,
For
OJ.
Lola doing it, you knew she was gonna fail because it's just not in her character. She's never done anything like that before. At least I feel like if she would have told Narcisse, he would have been like, okay, well, let me see this letter. Is it really from her? Let me go to Mary and ask at least.
Well, but
you know.
that's what Lola
Right.
knew. Narcisse was gonna like try to figure out a way to get her not to do it, and she had
could have given her some tips. I mean, it is
Wow.
Narcisse.
Lola
Yeah.
is also very like she's been burned by him. So that was so sad. That was a really
Yeah.
sad scene. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
But it was just, here's the thing. The last time, because remember, Lola was supposed to do the thing for Elizabeth with the whole jewelry, and that was an epic failure because she, they went everywhere. So Lola clearly, as you mentioned,
Sucks at being sneaky.
Yeah, it's just not her wheelhouse.
and this guy was terrible. Like, dude, stop winking at Lola. Hey, we're ready to do this, right? We're gonna kill her. Okay,
Right.
wink, wink. We're ready.
Yeah,
Okay, let me-
not incognito in the
At
least.
all.
And I mean, she's obviously not one for like espionage and
She was so
cloak and
nervous,
dagger
yeah.
killing people, but I feel like she could have, like, it's common knowledge. Hey, don't do the winks in public when
Right.
you're about to assassinate someone.
Or like, because again, I don't know. I just I wish I wanted a little bit more out of the scene, even if it was failure. But he should have attempted to shoot her while while Lola was talking to her, not after.
Right.
Or if like maybe she had given him like handed off the gun or something where they got caught a little bit more than like the Dudley dude being like, "Ah, you're in it."
Yeah.
Like.
And Elizabeth just being like, "Yes, arrest her too."
Yeah. It's just like.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
But what about Lola's speech in the prison to Elizabeth? That was
I
Dude,
like
that's
hashtag truth.
Yes.
Like, preach,
She broke
Lola.
it down. Yeah.
It's true. I mean, and I feel like Mary is the same way. Like, it's when that just sucks. It just kind of comes with the territory. So you kind of understand a little bit why maybe Charles doesn't want it anymore. Like, he saw one of his best friends die. Like,
Who betrayed him?
I know,
Right.
but like again, these are young kids. He was like manipulated by his father, like, and then saw his father get killed by the same people who manipulated his father, and then he immediately was like, "No, I did the wrong thing." I mean,
Listen,
they're
if
young
I ever
boys.
ended up in prison because of any one of you three, listen, you are dead to me. Dead.
But then you're in prison.
Yeah, but
now
I'm like
you know.
Narcisse. I vow on this after show that if I end up in prison because of one
I
of
would
you,
never put you
I
in
will
that.
be like Narcisse, and I will be like the plague, and I will come back stronger than ever.
Phil,
That is a promise.
Phil, he's,
That's hardcore.
That's
Phil,
an empowered
Phil has
speech.
like Phil has arisen my my drunkenness out to like save me before, so I would never put Phil in prison.
Never.
All right. Is there anything else? We've skipped around between everything and anything. Anything that you guys else want to touch upon?
well, I was
It is the
just,
season finale.
I was a little surprised that Narcisse wasn't able to break her out. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Lola's speech to Elizabeth was very much accepting of her fate and just like laying it down, which was interesting. I mean, maybe she just doesn't have anything as much like to live for, that she was like fighting to survive. She
Yeah, you
knew that
would've-
her baby was
Yeah, but again,
safe.
Narcisse, I think I get what you're saying. Imagine if he came like, "Hey, I killed 3 guards. I got the key.
Right.
Let's go."
Yeah, no, they definitely could have done that.
I'm ashamed in Lola. Like, it's like, Lola, you're a mother. Like, come on. Really? This is the decision you're going to make right now?
Think
You're
about
a
that.
mother.
It's for the queen. You got to understand where she's cut. Like,
I do, but it's like, but she has shown so many other times that she has chosen motherhood and her responsibility as a mother over
Like
a
when?
lot of the decisions she's had to make as a lady in waiting or for her queen.
Like
and
when?
she's used that and they have forgiven her.
like when?
It was a while ago when she was back in Scotland. It was.
Like,
But also, it's
back
like,
in Scotland, in
if-
France.
If
France.
she did escape, like, where would her place be? I mean, she would seek refuge, I guess, with Mary, but that's contingent
No,
on
they would
her
go to
finding
France.
her.
They were
Narcisse is the
going back to
lord of
France.
the chancellor of
France.
Versailles. I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever
but
he is.
if he broke her out of prison, like,
They'd be
Elizabeth's
fine.
not-
They'd be
it's
fine.
gonna,
No, Elizabeth can't get into France. Like, she doesn't want to start a war over this one woman.
She's crazy.
Not. No, she's not.
She's a ginger. She'll do anything.
Hashtag went there.
Oh, wow.
No, seriously.
Somebody has had a bitter experience with the ginger girl. Just saying.
Just gonna drink my water.
I think we should go into predictions for next season because it's getting super late, guys. Or Castle Corner.
And now,
Castle
your
Corner.
after.
Can we do
Why don't you
predictions
lead the
first?
after show? Okay, no, I wasn't even going to do the Castle Corner, but I'm so glad to have the book. You know what? Because we have 4 of us, we'll skip Castle Corner. But if you guys want, check out Fountains Abbey. It's a cool little castle. And don't worry, next year's Castle Corner will be fantastic because we have the castle book out of prison of Keaton's
Nice.
apartment
Hurt so much.
and in my hands, which is
Yeah,
freedom!
I rescued it out of prison.
Freedom!
Yeah.
I let it out.
All right, predictions.
We already got
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Version 2. All right, so we already predicted Claude being pregnant.
Maybe.
This isn't Titanic. Remember they had sex once and she got pregnant?
That didn't
She
happen.
did?
in
No, that
Titanic.
did not happen.
Watch Titanic because she has a granddaughter.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
because
yeah,
she got
that,
married.
she got married afterwards.
Afterwards
like,
to
someone
another
Yeah,
else.
that's
person.
not
Oh, I thought it was
Because
always
Jack
because of
told
Leo.
her to
No,
move
no,
on.
No.
Oh, I thought it was because of Leo.
Oh,
No,
no.
no,
Listen,
no.
that movie's so much better when you look at it like that.
And now you know.
That was awesome.
Hashtag the more you
That
know.
was Oh my God.
That would be a very cool loop.
I wish that
but
was what
no.
happened.
Yeah,
That is what
that's what should have happened.
That is what
Right.
should have happened.
But no.
Anyways,
Do we want Claude to like Claude and Charles? Are they going to now side together in all of this? Because who else does Charles really have?
not many people. But Claude is going to be devastated about Laith's death. I don't think Laith is going to be dead, but I don't think he's going to come back right away. I think she then, in her devastation, the guy who killed Laith is going to take advantage of it and try to work his way in and get hitched real quick to kind of like play off of her emotions.
Well, who do you think is going to save
Especially after she
Laith
finds out she's pregnant, because she's going to be like, oh crap, I have to like get married now because, and like he accepts me, and then Laith is going to come back in and be like, whoa, what happened? Like I did not die. And then it's going to be a whole nother thing.
How many people in history got married to a woman that was pregnant because they just were willing to be like, oh, yeah, I'm good.
cool with it.
Yeah.
Well, she's also royalty though, so there
Yeah,
probably would be
right.
a
It's
long
gonna raise their
line
station,
out to put a ring on it.
This is true. Where do we land on James? I think he's going to be a little sneak. I think Power's going to get to him.
Really?
Yeah. Slowly
Interesting.
but surely.
Yeah.
I think he's going the Nox is going to like try his best to corrupt him, and it might work for a little while. But I think at the end of the day, the blood will come back to Mary's side. I don't think Laith is dead. I think the ice may have like sealed the wound, kept it.
Ice is good for that.
Yeah, the snow is
For
perfect
stab
for
wounds.
stab
He's not
wounds.
Jon Snow here. We don't have the Red Witch here to bring him back to life. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Whoa. Just a, well, I guess that was a
Spoiler alert!
That scared me. Almost took off the headphones and was gonna go.
What else? I think Charles is gonna shape up because Catherine ain't got
Better
time for
shape
that
up.
crap.
No.
At all. Who else is there?
What's Elizabeth going to do? What's her next move now? Does
I-
she like just
Ooh.
legitimately
I think she's
spite
going to try to
everything and just
invade.
kill everyone?
I think she's going to try to come after Mary hardcore.
Yeah, I think
Because,
she's gonna try to seize power, and sort of that's like when Narcissus is gonna escape. Maybe get back with Mary and just take
I
her
think
down.
she's gonna use Narcisse, and Narcisse is gonna also use
Yeah.
because that's what
Right.
Narcisse is gonna do. What's best for him, so he can stay alive.
Yeah,
for his kid.
Narcissus is
He's
coming
gonna
for
be in
blood.
English court
He
though.
is-
He's gonna like manipulate Elizabeth.
Do we still need ox in England? Is that still a thing or no? Remember, we invited the Prince of Denmark because we need some
We
oxen.
need some oxen.
Do we still need
yeah.
some oxen?
Well, Elizabeth screwed that up.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Lola. She had that little flirt. Oh, Lola's gone.
Can't
Yeah,
believe
that's
it. That's
crazy.
crazy. So
know.
what happens to her baby now that Narcisse is in jail?
Well, I think the like midwife probably
Right.
is
But
taking
wasn't
him
that
somewhere.
Nox's spy? I
don't
think,
know.
right?
Something happened.
Is she?
Oh my goodness.
That was what I wrote, like got out of it, because he was saying that, you'd have somebody as a lady there watching how Lola and Mary were writing letters to each other and pick up that and then forge the letter to remember, because we were saying who is this chick? She just showed up all of a sudden and
Oops,
Lola trusts
4
her.
coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least that's what I got out of it. Same.
If it's not, I don't know if it's quite her, but it's certainly someone very close. But
Vengeance will be Narcissus.
for the fate of John, I hope she's not that evil.
Right. Yeah.
Because she's got to live. The kid's got to live.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like, this kid's done nothing, and yet here he is from one country to another.
Grown. He's huge now. Like, did you see Lola was like this giant like child trying to like, oh my
Spoiler:
god.
babies grow.
Yeah, exactly. They do get bigger.
Don't do it again.
They do
Really
get bigger,
quick
yeah.
sometimes.
Don't do it
Yeah.
again. Please don't do it again. It's so late.
Very good. Anything else before we say goodbye for season 3 for the final time?
Yeah.
Do you?
I'm gonna kill you.
I don't know. I think we get. I mean, I think that Mary's gonna inspire the people of Scotland. Like that's where she was born.
Freedom!
It's like sort of
Yes.
like her
She's gonna paint her
Scotland.
face
home.
blue.
Like those are her people. Like finally.
I feel like she could have.
For glory.
On a score of 1 to 10, I felt like that speech unfortunately was like a 7. I wanted more. Wanted more yelling.
She's no Braveheart.
Yeah.
That's what
I was trying to think of his name. Yeah.
That's what I wanted a little bit of that. Or like even Independence Day type
I want you to
speech.
tell me where I can find you during this long hiatus.
Hey, well, she's willing to kill him. She's willing to stab people in the neck. For it.
Keetin.
Listen, how about this?
I need to take my NyQuil and go to bed.
We'll be back. You can try out a Casper mattress, and by the time
Nice,
your
yeah, there you
100-day
go.
free trial is up, we'll be back.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Like, think about it that way.
Nice.
And yeah.
Well, it's the first day of summer, so
It is.
100
I need
days,
it like
yeah.
immediately.
All right, follow us
Need
here
the
at
cooling.
AfterBuzz TV. Thank you guys for putting up with us tonight. We tried.
We did.
I think we
Hashtag
did great.
we tried.
Yes.
I think we did great.
You're on NyQuil.
I'm on a
Yeah.
lot of cold medicine right now, guys.
So for being on NyQuil, you did fantastic.
I made it through.
It's actually just a dream. You're gonna wake up.
It's not real.
You're in your bed right now.
I am so happy. I'm
Hey,
doing
John
well.
Blake. Is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
hey
there we
guys, JB here. You can follow me at Hey John Blake on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
I think there's a clip of
Just
Keetin finding out
yelling
that
it on the
JB
street.
stands for John Blake. He's like, oh my god, I never knew that.
I never knew
At
that. I
Keetin
know, I was just
Marchi.
reminded. Yes, I'm at Keetin Marchi all over the interwebs. And you can follow my my health, my current state of health on my Instagram.
just declining photos. Just like
And tweets.
Hopefully, she will get better before
made
the
it out
next
of
season.
bed today.
At Alina Vision.
With 2 S's. You can follow me on all the interwebs as well.
That's right. Thank you guys. It's been a wonderful season. We've had our ups and downs in this season, in this after show in particular. But hey, you know what? You guys love us unconditionally. At least most of you do, and that's what we respect about you most. Because Reign is nothing if not fun with you guys. Thank you guys for
Love
another.
you, Vans.
Thank you guys for another fantastic season, and we've got season 4. So
Yeah.
All right.
Next season, as long as it's not super late.
Shout out to the crew.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.